Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So today's video we're going to be checking out a Silver Surfer against a Realm of Legends Wolverine. So this is going to be episode number 579 in our never-ending quest of Wolverine abuse in Impractical but Fun series. So if you do enjoy some Wolverine bullying, do make sure to check out the previous episodes. And this one is a bit special one, I guess you could say. Mainly because after watching one of Seaton's videos, he mentioned that he could not get Wolverine down with Silver Surfer and he didn't think it's possible. And since I happen to have a Silver Surfer myself, and I want to test it out. Can we get it done? But before I kind of entered the fight, I had to figure out my fight plan, my fight strategy, I suppose. And in this case, we're gonna kind of apply the simple probabilities ideas here. So since Wolverine has X% chance to trigger regeneration upon each hit received, minimizing the amount of hits we are actually doing kind of increases our chance of Wolverine not triggering that regeneration too often and not going overboard with it. So that means we won't hit him as hard as we can in a single hit, and that means we are mainly going to be using heavy attacks, because quite conveniently heavy attack is only one hit on Silver Surfer. Therefore that would statistically deliver most amount of damage with a least amount of chance of triggering regeneration. Now additionally, I am running maxed out Despair Mastery because I never leave my house without it. It's one of my favorite masteries, and whenever Silver Surfer triggers his Power Cosmic buff, activating its abilities, it also inflicts 3 armor breaks on opponent. And now 3 armor breaks do reduce the opponent's healing by quite a bit, because at Despair's max, so that's like 45%-ish. I'm not entirely sure how the math works there, but additional stun debuff reduces even further, so we can fairly substantially hinder that regeneration whenever Wolverine does get it. Now that kind of left us with a question whether we should go with level 2 or level 3 special attacks, because level 2 technically does hit harder, but it's also multi-hit, therefore there is a fairly high chance Wolverines can trigger regeneration and just kind of recover all of those buffs. Therefore, we are going for level 3s, because no matter what shows up on your hit counter, basically it is registering as one impact, as one hit. So you have a relatively small amount of chance to trigger that regeneration. Therefore, that is working out fairly well for you. And as we can see here, slowly but surely we have taken down that Wolverine to 50%. So if we are able to make a dent that huge, we should be able to finish out the fight as well. Now, a fair disclaimer though, I have been ill for the last couple of days and also somewhat high on all sorts of different medicine. Therefore, the gameplay definitely isn't the best, and obviously I'm also recording it at work whilst getting disturbed by people occasionally. So there will be a fair amount of mistakes made. However, we still got the job done, so that's what matters, I suppose. Just a little excuse for myself, always nice to pitch one in there. Also, original fight length for this was around 13 minutes, I believe, and this is actually the second time I did it. The first time it was about 10 minutes, and if you're gonna ask me why did I have to do it twice, well, quite simply because whilst not under possession of my full mental facilities, I simply forgot to hit the record button, so evidently I ended up going back in, clearing the path to Realm of Legends Wolverine once again, and redoing the fight all over again. But if anything, that simply proves that the first time wasn't dumb luck, and you can do this pretty much every time, likely. And now here was a big mistake that I made. I overestimated the damage on that level 2, and unfortunately that did not finish off the fight. Also, it did trigger the regeneration, and from here we can see a bit of a downward spiral where that Wolverine is gonna end up back at like 40% of the health. And yeah, so that kind of set us back a bit, but we're still determined. We're still gonna get the job done. Well, obviously we are, otherwise there would be no video. But that being said, I did find this to be quite an enjoyable fight because you kind of end up playing this tug of war in between Wolverine's regeneration and your damage output. Additionally, while you're playing that tug of war, it's kind of like balancing or, I don't know, juggling a group of balls in there, trying to keep your buffs active, keeping an eye on that, keeping an eye on Power Cosmic and all that sort of stuff. So there is actually quite a lot of happening in a simple fight like that. And once again, this is by far not even close to decent Realm of Legends Wolverine option. I just wanted to see whether we can do it or not. And it turns out we can. So I was quite happy with myself. So there go with the video today. But the fight here is slowly but surely closing out. There's not too much left in it before we finish off this Realm of Legends Wolverine and add this skill to our collection. So once again, there is an entire playlist of us basically bullying this Wolverine with many different champions and many different strategies. So if you think it's something you could be interested in, then definitely go check that one out. Other than that, I must simply say that I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Help us reach the 20,000 subscriber milestone, hopefully sooner than later. And basically, yeah, don't forget to share it with your alliance mates, with your friends, if you think they might be interested in this channel as well. We are really trying hard to get to the 20,000 subscriber milestone. Now, I have been a bit ill for the last couple of days, therefore I have not uploaded too much, but that's about to change because this is my final day at work and I'm going to be off work till the new year, so I'm going to have a nice chunk of videos coming. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it and I'm going to catch you guys soon. See ya.